As a solopreneur, you often have a treasure trove of older content. Repurposing this content can attract a new audience with minimal effort. Let's see how ChatGPT can assist you.
ChatGPT is an AI tool that can efficiently help you repurpose your old blog posts or even your new ones. Let's dive into how that's possible. First, you need to select the blog post that you want to repurpose. Like I said, it could either be an old published blog post or it could be something that you're working on currently. I'm going to choose already published blog post. Let's head over to that site now. So here we are now on medium.com. I chose a blog post that has only one interruption in the blog post. So when I go to copy it, it should be a lot easier. So let's head back over to ChatGPT. So here we are back at ChatGPT. I'll point out that I am using 4.0 Mini. And I also want to point out that I'm using a temporary chat. You probably won't be doing that because you're using your own content. I'm using it so that what I'm doing today is not going to be saved in my memory. It's fairly easy to go in and update your memory, but I figure it's just as easy to not even put it in there in the first place. So how we're going to start is I usually say good morning or hi. Good morning. Please give me ideas about how to repurpose a blog post on. So the blog post that we have, as an example, is about getting ROI in email. ROI of email. So I'm going to head back over to Medium to start copying and pasting. All the way down to the bottom, get it all the way to the conclusion. Copy, paste into ChatGPT. So there's actually two ways to do this. We're going to do both today. We're going to start off with asking for ChatGPT to give ideas about how to repurpose it. And then the second way is I know exactly how I want to repurpose it, what my output is, and I'll tell that to GPT. So let's start off with the first way. Hit enter, and let's see what ChatGPT comes back with. Okay, so it says for this blog post, we could create an infographic and social media series, a webinar, video, ebook, slide deck, podcast episode, newsletter, case studies, interactive content, guest posts, combo. It goes up to 15 different ways that we can repurpose it. And that's one of the great things about using AI. ChatGPT is straight up the bat, it gives you 15 different ideas. Just imagine, unless you already had it written down, how long it would take you to come up with those 15 ideas. I do try to systematize as much as I can, but sometimes you're just moving so fast, and you really want to get something done. You don't take the time to write out the notes, right? We could all come up with these 15, but again, how long would it take us? So the next way of using it, the second way that I mentioned earlier, is to say, I know exactly how I want to repurpose the blog post, Say I want to create, okay, so I say thank you. You know, I compliment. I really don't know if it matters. I haven't really done any research, but it just feels like if I'm nice to it and it's reacting to me, it'll be nice to me. It may not matter. Great. Thank you. Great info slash suggestions. I'm actually thinking of creating social media post. Please give one Facebook post, two Instagram carousel, and five Instagram reels. And so you could see that my wording is not the best. There's probably a better way of wording this, but let's see what it gives us back. And even without me saying specifically, this is how I want a Facebook post formatted, this is how I want a reel formatted, it knows, right? And this is why AI is so powerful. It just created the content for what was that, 7 pieces, 8 pieces of, let's see, what did I put in there? 8 pieces of content that quickly. And of course, what you'd want to do is go through it and make sure that it's in your voice, it's in a voice that you want. You also want to make sure that the format is right. So let's look at the Facebook post. Um, it has a title, it has content, and then it even tells you to put in the blog link, and then it gives you some keywords or hashtags. So for me, this is the type of format that I would want for a Facebook post. But say, for example, you want it to be shorter. Thanks. Please make the Facebook post a little shorter. No, I would call those bullet points. Let's see if that's what it calls it. And it did exactly that. Okay, and let's just quickly, I'm not going to keep you long today because I think you can see how powerful it is. So that was the Facebook post. We liked what it gave us, but also there's a chance to change it up a little bit, reformat it. Okay, when it comes to Instagram carousels, let's see, slide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here's an interesting thing, right? So for carousels, I think you can have 10. It only gave 7. And it could be just, well, at least for the first one. Let's see what it gave for the second one. Okay, 7. Okay. I only asked for one carousel. Okay, so I asked for 2 carousels. So it gave 7 slides out of the 10. Here you could say, please make the carousels 10 slides each. See how quickly it changes it? And what I've started to do more recently, and I wasn't doing this before, and maybe it's because I just felt that was my creative part of it. When I ask for it to give me something and it tells me the kind of image to use, I'm like, okay, let me start using it. And it really, really works. So here it did what we asked. It converted to a 10 slide carousel. But also notice that it gives you the title. And to me, this is the text that I would put on the slide, on the image. And then it says the image is a bold graphic with AI and marketing icons. I've started to use these additional instructions and suggestions because it makes finding the assets so much easier. So that would be my recommendation and a tip to you. When you ask ChatGPT, and especially now, before it probably wasn't as good of a partner in the creation of content. Um, so when you ask for it to give you something back and it gives you something a little additional, just really think about the additional that it gives you. Because sometimes it really will just save you even more time. So here's another example for slide 2. The text is AI can boost your marketing ROI by up to 20%. So AI is suggesting that the image you use as stats and visuals showing ROI increase, right? Okay, and let's look at the reels really quickly, and then I'll let you go, because I think you can see how powerful this is. Reel 1 is AI powered personalization. Here's the content, and here's the caption. Quick demo of how AI personalizes emails. Show a before and after example of generic versus personalized email content. Transform your email marketing with AI. See how personalization can boost open rates. Okay, and so I guess maybe we should talk about this just for a second. So the Facebook post is text, the carousel is text, reels are video. So when it gives you the information here, um, it tells you how to what video you should create, right? It doesn't really tell you how to create it, but it tells you this is what you probably should put in your video is the demo of how to personalize emails. So, um, and then it gives you the caption with 2 hashtags. I don't think these are the best hashtags, or if you're going to do hashtags, you'd want to do probably these 2 plus a few more. I mean, there's not always, but there's changes in the way the platforms are using hashtags, and there are differences of opinions about if you need hashtags, how many do you need. Um, but if you're going to use them, I would probably also use something a little more specific as well. So that's just a little bit of a side. So when we're talking about repurposing, we can ask AI, ChatGPT, to give us some ideas. And that's where we had the 15 different ideas. Or we could specifically say, I have this content and I'd like you to give me such and such Facebook posts, reels, carousels. And then we'll do that also. And even without you asking, it's going to give you some insight on how to create that content, not step by step, but when you do a carousel, what kind of image do you want to use? And then when you do a reel, what kind of video should you be creating? That's really about it. ChatGPT makes repurposing blog content pretty effective, and it was painless, right? And it could take us days, or it could take me days. Maybe I'm the only one who overthinks it. Um, but with ChatGPT, it really helps to do it quickly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more solopreneur resources. Until next time. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comment section how you plan to repurpose your content using ChatGPT, or if you're already doing it. See you in the next video.